got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Hey Tony, drop that. What bass? I bet.
Dr. Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid some. Yo, don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it, but Steve, Tony, A, and Susan, yo, we be choosing dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in the mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
And welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 172. We're getting closer to 200, so stay tuned and make sure you guys stay subscribed. Make sure you guys encourage everyone to like, share, comment. Everybody in the live chat, continue to talk all that shit because that's what makes this show exciting. If it wasn't for you, Roadium Radio Warriors. So other than that, once again, before I introduce my very special guest, I got just a few minor announcements. Let me go ahead and first of all to apologize to everyone because there was no Freaky Tales on Friday because of my hectic schedule. It didn't allow me, but we will be having Freaky Tales this Friday. I promise, okay? So I apologize. Please forgive me on that one. I like talking about the paranormal stuff, but if time doesn't permit, it doesn't permit. But Friday we will be back on, and I will be contacting more artists this week because many of you have been submitting your music, your videos, and your bios. So what I'm going to do this month, I'm going to do extra interviews. So you guys will be getting called, and you guys will be seeing more podcasting from Roadium Radio. Other than that, once again, if you're just listening to this for the first time, submit your music if you're interested in coming to Roadium Radio. Submit it to roadiumradio@gmail.com. roadiumradio@gmail.com, and please be patient with us, okay? I had a guy that went off of me yesterday telling me I submitted my music 2 years ago. Well, that's a lie because we've only been around for a year and a half, but I understand. Submit your music and a short bio, and if you have any videos, visuals are important. Other than that, for those of you that are still interested in buying merch, music downloads, hats, beanies, etc., go to DOCUMIXERY.com. And let me just touch on something that I believe was history in the making. Yesterday, I got to attend the Cholo Trucker and Gunner fight. It was amazing. We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a few. But I was there, and I was very thankful, and I was very fortunate, to Joe Castro, to Paul, to David Rocha, and if I forgot anybody, please forgive me, but it was exciting. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very special guest of the night, Rich G.
What's going down, gente? What's going down, man?
¿Cómo estás, Rich G?
Oh, man, I'm so happy to be here, big dog.
Dude, check this out. Okay. A lot of people don't even know this, but I like to usually tell my guests when they come back. We're at episode 172. Mm-hmm. Your episode, when you were here the first time, was 62. All right. That was 110 shows ago.
Damn. That's what I call man.
Yeah.
Right there.
110 shows ago.
If that ain't success, I don't know what is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So, we had a great time. Thank you.
Congratulations for that, man.
And so now, you know what? Just really quick, what is it that you're drinking over there?
Oh, well, of course, a little bit of Don Julio.
Cheers.
Sipping every so often, A nice cold Modelo. Oh, yeah, my homeboy's Wolfovich drink, man. Check this out, man. It's like it's a CBD, not a CBD, right? It's infused. It's infused, yes. With a little bit of THC, but more to just kick you back and mellow you out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, man, I'm liking this.
Yeah. So Wolfovich, we'll talk a little bit more about it a little bit later. But you know what I wanted to touch on really quick? I got invited to that fight, and I was very fortunate. Elvia Cadena was there, so much love, much respect to her. She
Big
sang.
shout out
yes.
to Elvia, man. That girl is amazing.
Yes, she is.
sings lead for my band. So
Awesome.
I mean, I feel blessed to have her there.
Yes. She sang the national anthem. I almost cried. You know.
That's how bad she is.
Yeah, that's how bad she is.
She got that power, man.
Yes. But the fights were exciting. There were about 4, if you will, preliminary bouts.
Yeah.
And they were out there throwing some chingazos, man.
That's yeah.
You know,
Chicanos?
Chicanos, of
That's
course.
why.
That's why.
But I mean, everybody does. But you know.
Then we had Cholo Trucker and Gunner come out, and they had their theme song and everything, which was dope. They did 5 rounds, 4 3-minute rounds, and I believe the last round was either 2 minutes or 1 minute. So they just went at it, you know. Then they hugged and everything. They gave a speech talking about uniting Raza, you know. And to me, I left there very encouraged, you know, very blessed to have been there and to be a part of something that I would consider history, you know. But I bring that up because earlier we were speaking and you were telling me that, and to my surprise, and maybe to some of the people's surprise, at one point you lived out that way.
Yeah, I lived in Oakland and in San Jose.
Okay.
I think altogether like 4.5 years, you know.
How did you end up in Oakland?
Oh, my parents joined the Chicano power movement. And my father was a printer. My mother wrote a book about these 2 young kids that were multicolored. It was called The Adventures of Connie and Diego. And she wrote that book, and they went and they followed the Chicano movement, and we went with them, you know. So we started in Oakland with my cousin Liz, stayed in Oakland for about a year and a half, went down to San Jose for about 3 years, you know, or so, and then moved back down to Norwalk.
Okay.
After that.
What, if you will, maybe you can fill us in for those that are listening, the Chicano movement when it was taking place. Do you remember around what years those were?
This time, I mean, because it had been going on.
Okay.
But there was a big movement going on at this time. When I was a kid, it was around 76, 77. And we would go march with our parents. And let me tell you something, bro. Good music up there in the Bay Area, man. That's where I got hooked on a lot of good music, you know.
Right. You know, and that's one thing I said a while back because when I first started this podcast, I wanted to interview artists.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. And before you know it, you get people, hey, are you only going to interview sureños?
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, to be honest with you, but somebody asked that. So I made a short clip, which is still up on my YouTube page, where I said, I don't interview sureños or norteños, I interview artists.
There you go.
That's what I do.
Great answer.
You know, that's what I do. I'm not going to judge anybody by their geographical location because where they grew up at, you know. And that's pretty much what I said. So if they live up there, then they live up there. And if they're artists, I'm going to interview them. Of course, I'm not going to have anybody come down here and try to start something like that. But because it's all about music.
Music,
you know,
man.
It's all about Raza, and that's what I want to, you know, if you will. Now that we have, in the 70s and 80s, we didn't have platforms like this.
That's right.
You know, like Rich, for an example, tonight we will have probably at least 1,000 people watching.
That's a good show.
Yeah. So we have to take the opportunity to speak on these subjects if we have the opportunity. Well, you know, if we need to.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
So you lived up there, then you came out to Norwalk. I know you shared a lot of your story the first time you were here. And for those that didn't get to hear the first interview, he was on episode 62, and that was 110 shows ago.
And I'm glad you didn't ask, but thank you for that, Doc, for not asking me what show it was. That like, I think Elvia got it. But
yeah, she got it. Yeah, she did. But so now, since 110 shows ago, what has Rich G been doing? Can you kind of fill us in a nutshell?
Well, you know, had some tragedies. We all have, you know. God bless everybody. Everybody's been through some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some shit. And we seems to be coming back. It seems to be getting better, you know, thank the Lord, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been booking shows with my band, Midnight Cruisers. I've been booking shows with Howard Scott Project from War, Howard Scott from War. and I get to sing "The World Is a Ghetto," bro.
The world is a
I
ghetto.
get to sing it. But, you know, God rest in peace. I mean, rest in peace, my boy B.B. Dickerson, who sang the song originally. Howard Scott's nephew, played the bass for War, passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
You know, just recently, about maybe a month ago, and you know, we're gonna miss him. But I was never allowed to sing those songs because they were his songs.
Yeah.
When I played with Howard and the original members of War, and so he said, "Hey, Rich, world is a ghetto." I said, "That's right." But BB had been sick for a while, and I went to go visit him, you know, and he didn't even recognize me. So.
Really?
But I mean, you know, I'm glad I went to go see him, you know, before
Yeah.
it's his time, you know.
Yeah.
He was legendary, man. He was legendary bass guitar, songwriter, singer. So I get to jam with cats like that, man, and I feel that keeps me on my toes.
Yeah.
But it's a blessing, man. I used to bump that in my lowrider back in the days. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still do.
If I'm correct, you said the last name was Dickerson, correct?
B.B. Dickerson.
Okay, B.B. Dickerson. If I'm correct, I believe that if we're talking about his son, I grew up with his son, and I believe they're originally from Harbor City. I don't know if you may know that or not, because I know his son grew up in Harbor City.
Well, I've communicated more with his daughter, Angelique.
Okay.
Did he have a sister named Angelique?
You know what? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Angelique Dickerson.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good woman, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We communicate mostly on Messenger, but I saw her at the funeral too. You know, we
Okay.
exchanged words and I hugged her, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know during this whole pandemic thing, man, a lot of people lost a lot of family members.
Yeah.
You know, it fucked up a lot of people, man, this whole pandemic. And I'm glad that now we're somewhat starting to get back to normal.
Yeah.
You know, it was weird. I went to breakfast today, and I'm always used to feeling like Batman, you know, wearing a damn mask, you know.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and the waitresses are still wearing masks, except the people. I walk in, and I see the lady with the mask, and then I say, "Oh, shoot, I'll be back." She goes, "No, it's okay."
Yeah,
but I had totally forgot, you know, and like, shoot, okay.
It's kind of surreal still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, God willing, it'll stay, you know, we'll keep going in the positive on that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I get to play with a homie, you know, I get to play with his band, and we're going to do some Vegas gigs and open up for some big people, man. I'm like, what?
Hell yeah.
All right. I don't want to say nothing because, you know, you say things and then something happens.
You jinx it, yeah.
But I'm excited. And then, you know, I got my Rich G stuff popping off, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that towards the end.
Okay.
So we can fill them in, who you want to work with, because I believe you got a single coming out, or is it out already?
I got a couple singles going to be coming out.
All right, cool.
And I got more with other people, so.
That'll work. You're gonna fill us all in, but
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me answer this because I like sports, and I've been watching the playoffs lately, the basketball playoffs. Have you been paying attention at all?
You know what? I haven't, because I've been starting my business, man. I've been just so focused on that.
Uh-huh.
I barely got a chance to see a little bit of the Dodger game the other day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I was with someone, paying attention to them, and I'm trying to watch TV at the same time. It is what it is. We had a good time. We had a great time, but I got to see them win at least, you know.
Yeah, I got to see. Well, yesterday, like I said, I went to the boxing match, and that was a blessing. Then I've been watching a little bit of basketball with the Clippers. For those of you that have been watching the game, man, Paul George, I think lost a game, 2 games for the Clippers. I'm not a Clippers fan, but I just like to watch a good game.
Yeah.
And at crunch time, seconds left, this guy misses all his free throws in 2 games. And then they show the owner of the Clippers, look, and once he misses, he puts his head down like this. And I'm like, okay, that guy got a lot of money to be missing those shots.
The mob guys are the side going,
Yeah.
nah. I don't know. I'm fucking around.
Yeah. And then on the East, we have Milwaukee with Atlanta. And that's been going good. That's been going good. So I love it. And, of course, I love baseball as well.
Yeah.
Dodger fan, Cowboys fan, you know, when it comes to football.
Hey.
You know.
Cowboys, all right. Used to hate them, but I'm good with them now.
Okay. And now, of course, I'm a huge Laker fan. We all are.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm just glad that sports are coming back around and that we can actually attend these games now. You know.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. And going back at the clubs, I think I hit up like a listening party. I want to give a shout out to my boy Kiki Smooth from Compton. I went to his listening party on Friday.
I'll get down.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
Congratulations to the homie, man.
Yeah, that was a good thing. I got to, mingle with everyone. Not too long ago, my boy MC Pancho celebrated his anniversary with his wife Chamorita, and I was invited to, I believe it was 99 Bottles, and it was all love. It was cool. I got to see people dancing again on the dance floor. So I could just imagine what you're going to be seeing up on stage.
Yeah.
Singing the
We've
world's
already been jamming, man. With my band, I've been jamming, man. We've done some, like, mostly backyard boogies, because there's people are still, a little trucha, but we've had a great time, and it's good getting back out there again and getting down,
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Now let me ask you this: are you a movie guy, man? Do you like watching movies? Do you watch a lot of TV at all?
No, I mean I watch shows and shit like that, What I mean? So.
Okay.
But I don't really movies. Yeah, man. Like my father hits me up, my pops hits me up, and he's like, "Hey, did you see this movie? See that movie? See that movie?" And like, no. And so what he would do, when I'm hanging out with pops, he'll throw a movie on, right? And he'd be like, "Check this one out." And he always picks some pretty good ones.
Pretty good ones, huh?
Not too good at movies, big dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Older ones, you know what I mean?
Right.
Something happened along the way that I just don't pay much attention anymore.
What about novelas?
Oh, come on now.
Hey, back in the day, man, I had no choice but to watch those damn novelas because we only, back growing up, you only had one damn TV.
Yeah.
And
I watched them at my grandma's
Yeah.
when I visited my grandma, and I got a kick out of them. The stuff that she used to watch.
Right.
And
You notice that every time there was a novela, the women were all fine.
beautiful women.
But all of them, were all fine. And that's where pretty much I believe Selma Hayek first started was novelas.
Did she start out? Did she
Yeah.
start on a novela?
Novelas.
I didn't know that because the first time I saw her was on what?
Hold on. Dusk till Dawn.
Yeah, so that one I knew. That one I knew, Doug.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
When I saw her there, we were all like, we were
Everybody
like,
swing.
oh, damn,
Yes.
Chicanita.
Oh man, it's funny, bro. You can't watch that movie with a chick. Like, let's just say you go out on a date, and you went to the movies, and that part came on. You better just pretend you're looking somewhere else because your girl's looking at you from the corner of her eye.
Any movement, you got to stay like a stone.
You're a dead man.
Hey, that was a great movie, though, man.
Great movie. No, that was a great movie. I'll tell you another one that I thought was actually pretty good, and it was a somewhat of a similar part. Remember Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I mean, that was a great movie, and it surprised me when I saw Jamie Lee Curtis come out in that bikini.
Yes.
I mean, she's like a moderately attractive lady.
Right.
Not that I am, but she was great in those horror movies and shit, But when who even knew that underneath the big sweaters and shit she used to wear, she had a body like that,
Right.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger, man, he's one of my idols, man. I used to be a bodybuilder. How can I not love Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's a great movie, man. I like that one.
I'm glad you brought up the bodybuilding thing, because I guess I want to ask you, what made you stop?
Oh, what made me stop?
Yeah, just doing the bodybuilding, because I know at one point you had told me that you were like really, really into it.
Yeah, I was on my way, man. For one thing, I did only natural bodybuilding. I didn't take no steroids or anything shit like that. I used what was on the market at the time. I ate good.
Right.
I was
The
single,
good protein.
so I was able to take care of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the time, and so I was moving up the ladder. I did pretty good. I won Mr. California, but it was the what they called. There was two divisions. The guys had already done it, and the guys. The novice division, I won the novice division, but there was still like 60 guys in there that I beat. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I went on. I said, you know what? Next year I'm gonna do some more stuff, right? So I bulked up for a year, and I got up to middleweight because I was a lightweight back then. Okay. Lightweight is like 154 and a quarter is the cutoff. Middleweight 172 and a quarter is the cutoff. Was back then.
Yeah.
And so I was moving up the ladder. So I said, you know what? I'm on my way. I won the California. Let me go do a couple of North versus South California, just some warm-ups.
Right.
I did them, boom, things went really well, And I did this one show, and I qualified for I did Western United States. It was a national qualifier, but it was a natural show. And a national qualifier means that you win that one, you get to go to the nationals. If you win the nationals, you go pro.
Oh, okay.
So I was like one step away. Plus, I had qualified for Mr. Natural Universe. So I started getting up there. I did the Western United States, right? And I went over there. Most of the fools I saw were fools I beat at the California, you know? And I'm like, all right. But, you know, I don't take nothing for granted, you know? Started getting done. Then I see these other two homies of mine that I knew from the juicer shows.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, what you guys doing here? Oh, the promoters invited us. Did you guys have to take all the lie detector tests and all that shit? No, what lie detector test? I was like, that's what this is. I placed third behind them.
Wow.
And but I mean, they were great bodybuilders.
Right.
They were great bodybuilders, but I think I beat the second guy, the second place guy, because he was huge, but he was smooth. I was ripped, man. But it is what it is. I placed third Western United States. And after that, I was like, it's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
It is.
You got to go and sell yourself for, people to give you free supplements and shit like that, that sponsors, you know.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of work, extra other than your job. So
right.
I don't know if it's worth it if it's going to be like this. And I kind of faded back, you know.
Right. Now, do you have any throwback pictures like that, man? How come you never post none of those up?
I have.
Oh, really?
It's been a while, though. I'll post another one.
Okay.
I'll post it again.
Okay.
And you guys will be like, you're on the juice, that's it. No. People that know me,
right.
I mean, look, man, I'm 5'6". I've always been that little stocky fool, you know.
Yeah.
And when I started picking up weights, I was like, I started lifting weights for 2 weeks. Next thing you know, I got a ball there. I'm like, oh, I build up pretty quick. So it's kind of easy for me. So that's why I did it.
Just really quick, for those that work out, what body part would you say you were the strongest in? Because I do one body part a day, like 5 days a week. I would probably have to say that my strongest is my legs.
Oh, yeah.
Second, I would say probably be my back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because that surprised me because you're a tall dude. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Taller guys, they have a rough time with legs sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But mine was chest, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I benched 425. That was my max.
Wow.
I was able to do it twice. And some go, oh, that's not your match. Twice, motherfuckers. And that's as heavy as I got. Deadlift 500. I used to squat 500.
Wow.
And I was a little powerhouse, and fools would tell me, hey, man, if you got on the juice, you could really go over that top. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was like, man, dude, I want to make sure that I could see my stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, shit, I was getting too big, I thought, for my height, you know? I'm good, dog. You know, I like being natural, man.
Of course.
I already had a temper, you know. I already had a temper back then. I was a homeboy, man, too, before all that. So I still had that mentality that was still on me, and it never leaves you.
You're right. It never leaves you. And now, so by you saying that, do you believe it's true when they talk about that roid rage?
Oh yeah, I know it's true. I knew these people.
Wow.
I had a homie. He was a great power lifter, but his homie was like this big old yoked up fool. He was like a funny clown, but he was this big old yoked up fool. He was like he kept him in line. You know what I mean? Right. And this big fool one time he said they were waiting at a light, and these fools were roided up, man. They're talking about heavy weight, man, and this guy goes, this guy won't move. He's making a left turn, right? This guy won't move. He jumps out of his car. Where you going, man? Jumps over there, and he's ready to tear the guy's head off. So he gets out of the car, the other fool. He's like, hey, man, the light's still red. And he looks, he goes, oh, shit. I mean, this guy had 20-inch guns and everything. He was going to rip the guy's head off. He was tripping. And people running their cars into because, you know, during the time when you're bodybuilding and you're starving, you're not starving yourself, you're trying to eat less and less and less. You're on a diet, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you're trying to get down to your weight. It takes 12 weeks. I used to go 12 weeks. you start getting pissed off, bro. And then if you have problems with your girlfriend or you're having financial problems or something, it's amplified. So then you get on the juice. The juice puts a whole nother mindset on you sometimes, you know. I mean, all the homies that I know that have been on it, they gotten huge. They've gotten, not all of them, not everybody trips out on it. You know, not everybody.
Right.
But a lot of fools, it takes you to there. It'll take you there if you let it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, you know, like I said, I got nothing to say against fools that did that because there's positives to it too. You know what I mean?
Right.
But back then it was all negative because nobody really knew that you could, you know, and fools were just taking it as much as they wanted to and getting jacked up.
Yeah. You know, switching it up a little bit, I want to ask you a question for me pertaining to music. What oldies does Rich G listen to? Because we know you sing, we know you're a part of a group, and that's a beautiful thing. But sometimes I like to ask rappers, what rappers do you listen to? So for you, give us maybe, you know, a couple of groups or singers that you just love, you know.
Well, I mean, I could say what jumps off right now, The Intruders.
Okay.
The Moonglows. You know who the Moonglows were? They were a group from the 50s.
Okay.
People like that, you know, Sly Slick and the Wicked Dog, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, that's what we listened to back then, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of doo-wop stuff too, because and you'll hear in my next album, I incorporate a lot of that in there, you know, and because that's what my pops used to allow me to listen. Remember I told you he used to allow me to listen to his records and stuff.
Yeah.
That was all in there. He had all the doo-wop stuff, man. Or he didn't call it doo-wop. He said that's what somebody coined it. It was called rhythm and blues. That's what the hood people called it.
Right. So there's R&B.
Now it's R&B, rhythm and blues. Yeah, same thing, but just cut short. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Excuse me.
I'll tell you who I love to listen to. I'm a big fan because somebody asked me that question, like, who do you like to listen to? And the first person that came to my mind, to be honest, was James Brown.
Oh yeah.
I love James Brown.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to watch that movie that they did about him?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what did you think about that movie?
I loved it, man. I liked it. I liked a lot of it. I'm trying to remember everything about it now. Mostly, like, you know, the scenes where because I always love movies when watching people come up.
Yes.
When they start coming up, they did a good job as far as that. Now, as far as the real story,
right,
he would have to deal with his family on that because I ain't the judge of that.
Right.
But I mean, I watched it and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because I love James Brown, and even when he was like went into the dark ages. Nobody talked about him. I was bumping him in my lowrider, and my girlfriends would be like, "What? You're crazy. What are you listening to?" I said, "That's James Brown. What are you talking about?"
Yeah. You know, and his music, to be honest with you, when hip hop rap first started, that's where all these rappers were running to for samples. Mm-hmm. You know, for some of his voice, for some of his yells,
funky
for some
drummer and all that. Funky drummer. How many people use a funky drummer? Dog?
Funky drummer, exactly.
And a payback, the big payback. I wish I could sing that high. My band would be doing it, but he sings way too high on that one.
The payback. Ooh,
I got to figure that out, dog. But that's one of my favorite ones. The big payback.
You know, now, I'm going to bring something up interesting, because me watching a lot of musical, or should I say music or musician documentaries, I realized that a lot, and just to name a few, a lot of artists started out in the church.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me name some, and if maybe you can correct me if you've never heard them or maybe not true. They say Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Al Green, Elvis Presley, even James Brown,
Little Richard,
Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
You know, now I guess my question is, to the best of your knowledge, why do you think they left the church, or maybe did they ever leave the church to, you know, I guess, sell it to the world? The reason why I say it that way was because Sam Cooke's father, according to this documentary, said, "Do you want to serve the Lord or do you want to serve the world?" And Sam Cooke told his father, according to this documentary, "I just want to make music for everyone to enjoy."
Yeah.
Okay. Now, people have told me there's some churches that sound like Sam Cooke. There's some churches that sound like Al Green. But from what I understood from watching a Ray Charles documentary, that the music that he played in the church, he took it and put it and sold it to, if you will, mainstream. Mm-hmm. You know, some people were against it. Some people thought that it was wrong. He shouldn't have took what was the churches or whatever. I don't want to call it selling out to the world or selling out to the industry, but there is a lot of artists that started out in the church, and then ventured out. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Was that just their starting point, or?
Well, I resemble that. I started in the church. I mean, I started doo-wopping with the homies, but my real singing started in the church.
Okay.
The world is shiny, man. The music industry is pretty shiny. And on the church level, you got some beautiful stuff there, but it's not, they ain't trying to sell you shine, man. They want to save your soul, And then you see a lot of bullshit, that maybe you shouldn't look at. Maybe I shouldn't have looked at it. Like, oh, man, this guy ain't what he's saying he is. Shit like that. And I don't know. I just kind of like fell away from it when I saw a few things. But I'm still a believer to this day.
Okay.
And I still, say my prayers. My grandmother started 20 church, either started or helped to start 20 churches in the LA area, man.
Wow.
Church of God of Prophecy, what it was called. And
wow. And you know what? I've heard of that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they've changed now. I think they changed the name now. But, I mean, they were deep, bro. I mean, they were deep as far as old-fashioned, man. I mean, I'm talking about women couldn't cut their hair, had to wear dresses past the knee. You know what I mean? And you had to be respectful. You couldn't do none of this.
Right.
Couldn't wear Dodgers hats and shit.
it was of the world.
Strict. They were strict. So, I mean, she's, when I visited grandma, I had to go. No. I didn't give a damn how spoiled I thought I was. I listened to her. Right. So, so we went there, you know what I mean? And I ended up coming back to that after I went to the hood stuff and everything. And after I got out of that, I said, you know what, let me, that's when I hooked up with my childhood sweetheart, to settle myself down because I was next on the firing line, bro. I know I was.
Okay.
And I said, when and I've mentioned it before, when my jefita was crying, and she was like, I don't know if I'm going to find you dead in an alley or what, but something's got to change, She was stressed out. She was already busting her ass for us,
Yes.
So I tried to make a little change, you know what I mean? I settled down with my ruka, you know what I mean? And I started, I moved out of the hood to live with my grandmother. She had a room open over there that I was going to rent from her, And so, I was 18 years old, and ended up hooking back up again with my childhood sweetheart, Started going to church, but none of the music even happened until I had gotten married. I think I got married when I was like 18, bro. 18 or 19. What the hell was I thinking? But trying to settle down.
Right.
Trying to settle down. And went to church one day, and then the youth pastor comes, hey, Rich, you know how to play guitar, right? I said, yeah, a little bit. I used to play when I was a kid. He's like, why don't you start a church band? And I'm like, all right. Who do we got, man? Who we got that plays? We got James that plays the drums. You got the homie here, the homie there. The homie Sam sings, He didn't say the homie, but, he said he's talented, right? And I said, all right, let's do it. So we started, we got the guys together. We learned this one song. And I knew how to play it. I learned how to play it on the guitar, and I started showing the guys. We did our thing. The band they wanted us to play for Sunday service. Then they wanted us to play possibly for the big convention, So we did Sunday service, and when they heard me sing, the homie Sam that was singing sucked. He even knew he sucked, bro. And his brother goes, dog, well, you think you can do better, Rick? I go, I think I can, because I didn't really know,
Right.
So I started blowing it out. You want me to sing it? I'm going to sing it.
Go for it.
It's a privilege to walk with Jesus, to be near him
Awesome. That's cool, man.
So when the pastor and the youth pastor saw that, they were like, they looked at each other. Okay, you're gonna go sing at the convention. So I sang at the convention, and I was against the teenagers. I was 19 at the time, so I went against the teenagers, which there was none. But I was the only one. I was nervous. This is the first time I ever sang in front of that many people. I sang in front of the church, and I almost lost all my hair at 19 back then. And then, so I did that, man, and I did my song. Even there was nobody else. Of course, they gave me the trophy, right? But I got a standing ovation.
Wow.
Which nobody got a standing ovation. None of the singers got a standing ovation. I said, oh. And I knew, you know, mostly just because I was feeling that spirit. But I figured, you know, I could do this, you know. It's not that bad, you know.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I'm glad you shared that. Yeah, man. Have you ever shared that before? I'm sure you.
Not to that extent.
Okay.
Not
Thank
to
you,
that
man.
extent.
That was a Roadium Radio exclusive. So we're going to
I'm
go.
not boring anybody, and if I am, oh, never mind.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. We're going to come right back. We're going to pick up where we left off. Okay, we got a lot to talk about. Okay, everybody. Once again, we're going to take a 10-minute break. So make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody.
Oh.
Let them know that Rich G is in the motherfucking building. We'll be back. Go get yourself a Modelo, and we'll be back with some
You'll call
announcements.
somebody.
radio. Call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Tony A, chillin' at the Roadium with my homeboy Steve. Be on the lookout for our new 12-inch, the shit is dope. Yo, I like to say what's up to my homeboy Dre, my homeboy Prince of Jazz, and the girls with the big ol' ass. So Trip, I'm about to bust one more time to let y'all niggas know just what's on my mind.
In the morning, police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeak across my bathroom floor. Out my back window, I make my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music, but happy cause free. And the street to a player is the place to be. Got a knot in my pocket weighing at least a grand.
Lonzo, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ice Cube getting dumb at the Roadium with the funky drum, and you know my man Steve can get some. With a fool like Tony A when he plays stupid dope shit by WA. You wanna spray? Dumb motherfuckers, no doubt. And sucker DJ, get the fuck out. Tony A.
What did you say your name was?
Tony A.
I have won 1 million battles.
Lights, cameras, action, sound. Give me that mic, I'm about to go down.
Thinking of a master plan.
This story's funny. I met this girl and she had money.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 172. And let me go ahead and give a plug to Wolfovich. And these are, you know, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and read it to you what it is. It's cannabis-infused seltzer. Cannabis-infused seltzer. And I'm not going to try it because I'm not a cannabis type of guy, but I heard it's actually pretty good. And it comes in, this is wild cherry, so it comes in different flavors. So what we're gonna do is, I'm just giving it a plug, but before we leave, I'm gonna give you guys a promo code where you guys can order it and I guess get a little discount or whatever. Okay, but check it out, you know what? And Rich G, we're back. Yeah. I see you sipping on it a little bit.
Hey, I'm enjoying it, man. I mean, it's got me feeling pretty laid back.
It's got you sipping and tripping?
But, yeah, of course I got these too. But
right,
I felt the difference when I started drinking this. About how mellow and kickback I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Mellow.
And it tastes good, man. I mean, like after a good workout, man, I think this would be good
to slow down
and start recuperate.
Yes, yes. So once again, Wolfovich, and then I'm gonna ask the guy why the name Wolfovich. You know, like a wolfing bitch, like a bitch that just likes to wolf. So
wolfing bitch? No, don't say that.
No. I'm
Wolfovich,
just I'm just joking around.
I thought it was kind of like I thought it was kind of like a movie type of name.
Yeah, Wolfovich. Cool. It almost sounds like Russian.
Yeah. Or it's Polish, right? Or the Polish Wolfovich.
Yeah, I'm not even sure, but we'll give you the promo code in a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that up there. Give it a good plug, and also I'm gonna give a plug to Carnalismo Clothing. Today I went to be a part of a video that talks about unity to bring further, if you will. It's about uniting the Raza, and that's what this video is about. And I'm trying to remember the guy's Instagram's name. I know it's called the Hip Hop Podcast or something like that. And he gave me, he's also having a podcast. He has a podcast himself where he talks about Raza, uniting, and etc. And I was a part of a video, and Concrete was filming it. Once again, I got to see Concrete twice. He was at the fight as well. And he was at this video shoot we shot in South Central. And I was there in the neighborhood supporting, meeting and greeting people. I got my cameo appearance, and Carnalismo Clothing was there. I got the chance to meet the guy. And you know what's crazy part? I just happened to be wearing his shirt, and I meet the guy. Yeah.
Oh, check that out.
Yeah, so that's dope. So
I bet he was loving that, man.
Yeah, exactly. So much love to him and to his clothing. And hopefully I get to bring him here.
I like that saying too, man.
Yeah.
Carnalismo, man.
Carnalismo is a dope name.
That's powerful, dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now, you know what? Last time you were here, we had some memorable conversations, and a lot of people, not only have they requested you back, when are you going to have Rich G back, but they would always ask me, ask him, please, Tony, please, if he has any more Toker / Brownside stories. If you do, go ahead and share with us.
Let's see. Well, one video we didn't get a chance to do was the video. Oh man, I can't even remember my own song right now.
It's probably the Infused.
If you fuck like you dance.
No shit.
I mean, so I came to Toker with the idea: if you fuck like you dance, then let's do something, right? And he goes, "Hey, doggy, no. If you dance like you fuck, no. I had no. Spencer, I had a girlfriend. I took her out, and she was watching me, and I was fucking around, dancing with her. And she goes, "You dance like you fuck."
Like that?
Like that. I said, we was all kidding around. I'm like, check you out. So I gave him the idea. I go, what do you think about that? He goes, no. If you fuck like you dance, doggy. If you fuck like you dance, I want to bring you home with me, doggy. And I said, yeah, that's you telling the girl, So we did the song, came out really good. He had his homie do the sax and everything on it. And sexy, dirty song,
Okay.
And we went to go do the video at a strip club there in Rosarito.
Okay.
And fucking Tokes, I go in there, right? Mind you, I'm married at the time. And I know people are going live. I know my lady's watching. And I'm like, I was a little stressed.
Right.
He didn't give a damn. He was like, hey, doggy, we're going to do it here. It's somewhere it's going to be all right. We gotta get. And he told these girls, he told them all in Spanish, hey, whoever wants to be number one, you better fucking start kissing ass or something like that.
Oh, shit.
You better show up or come up or see what you want to do.
Right.
Next thing you know, I got these beautiful girls in bikinis zoop, 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 right next to me, talking to me. I'm like, oh, shit. My Spanish ain't too good, but I did what I could, and they wanted to be number one on the video.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn, And Tokes, he was there. Tony motherfucking G was there, what I mean? And we were having a good time, and everything, but I was kind of nervous,
Right.
I go outside. I get a call. Bring, bring. Like, oh, shit. It's a video. It's business.
Right.
Like that, So I hung up there. So here we go. We're going to get ready to get started. And I'm thinking, oh, shit. How's this going to turn out, So Dirty Dancing is the name of the song. Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
And all the strippers just were vying for my attention. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm like, hey, what am I going to do here? I'm just chilling, enjoying it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Beautiful, beautiful women, sexy women. And then next thing you know, they're trying to get the video going. They're trying to get the laptop working. They're doing it, messing with it. Couldn't get the stuff working.
No shit.
We were never able to do the video.
Wow.
Because I think we did the Gangster Life in the City like the day before. And we wanted to do that the next day. We were never able to do it because the laptop just would not download whatever they needed to download or whatever we were using. It didn't work out, so we never made the video to that.
Okay. So there was actually never any footage then shot.
There may have been. I haven't seen any.
Okay.
I haven't seen any.
Now,
not from the video though. No, they couldn't shoot no video, no footage for the video.
No footage. Okay. Yeah. So pretty much technical difficulties.
Yeah. So and that was the Toker. And one thing about Tokes, man, he knew the good spots to eat.
Yeah.
First thing when you went down, hey, drop your stuff off, doggy. We go and he'll set you up in one of his pads, or you stay with him at the Brownside Beach House, or with the homie Vago. Stay with him. And they had it was a nice spot, bro.
Right.
Nice spot.
Right.
Come in whichever room you want, homie. You know what I'm saying? Toker was very hospitable. Beyond hospitable. He treats you like family.
Yeah, that's one thing that I have heard a lot from everybody that's come in here and has shared Toker stories, the good memories. Now let me ask you, do you have any kind of demos that maybe never got released between you guys?
Between me and Tokes?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't think so, man.
Okay.
Everything that we did together, we put out.
Okay. And if there is music that you're still on and that never came out, who would have the ownership of that right now?
It would be, Mama Tokes.
Okay. Okay.
And we got a love for her, and whatever she decides she's going to do, we go with it. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
And because we got love and respect for her, and we got love and respect for Little Tokes.
Mm-hmm.
And anything I've done, like say for instance my Toker tribute video
Yes.
and my song that I got coming up,
Yes.
and it's got Evelyn G, it's got the Trece Boys on there,
Okay.
and I believe the Mexicas on there.
Okay.
I don't want to make no money off of it. I'd rather go on to that end. You know what I mean?
Right.
That way, I can at least do my part to give back.
Right, right. Okay, and my other question was somebody, and I usually like to take fans' questions and, share them with my guests. For an example, somebody asked Rich G if he knows what will be included in the Brownside Gang-related limited edition album coming out. Do you know what's included in it or when it may be dropping? Do you know anything about that?
I don't know much about it, man. Like I've shared it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because I back them up.
Uh-huh.
But I don't really know what's going to be out on it. But I'm sure it's going to be all their bangers, man.
Right.
And they got a lot of bangers, so it's going to be worth it.
Right, right. That'll work. Now, other than that, as far as the brown side is concerned, before we switch gears up, is there anything that, how would you say, other than that album, there was rumors possibly about a documentary. Did you ever catch wind of that?
Well, yeah, there was supposed to be that. There was supposed to be a book.
Okay.
And as far as I know, it was supposed to have come out, or it's supposed to be coming out. Like I said, Mama Tokes she's working with that as well as trying to raise the kid. You know what I mean? So if it comes out, it would be great if it came out, because there was a story that Toker shared with me that I can't share it.
Right.
Because it might come out in the book.
Okay.
But it was a deep story, man. It was a deep story about Eazy-E coming to him in a dream. And it was, but at the end, wait till the end. Oh man, at the end, it was like, what the, man, it gave me the chills, bro. The chills.
Wow.
He came to him, he told him, man.
Yeah.
Keep that shit going, homie.
Yeah.
That's why he did what he did.
I want to bring something up that if you watch Roadium Radio, I always give you the credit. I always give everybody their credit, where credit is due. For an example, I've asked so many rappers, Chicano, specifically Chicano rappers, what is Chicano rap? And in my opinion, this was the best answer ever given. And most people would agree. The majority of people would agree. When I asked you, what is Chicano rap? And you said, Nostra Cultura, our culture. Yeah. Okay, that's the best answer, hands down. Because other people said, oh, you know what, Chicanos rapping to oldies, or Chicanos rapping to more bounce. Like that was their best. And if that's their answer, cool, I accept it.
Everybody's got their opinion.
Right. And so now, I asked Clever this, I asked Wicked this, and I asked, Benz and Evelyn, this question. Did Toker ever consider himself, from what you know of, Chicano rap?
No. He considered himself gangster rap.
Okay.
He was a gangster to the heart and to the depths of his mind,
Right.
So that's what in the bigger spectrum of it, he considered himself a storyteller of where he was from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was telling his stories, and people loved it. And they were true stories because I knew him, bro.
Yes. I remember your stories, man.
And a lot of times, he had to watch out so he wouldn't incriminate himself.
Correct. Yeah.
And there's a lot of fools out there like that, though.
Yeah. When you came here the first time and you shared those things, believe me, a lot of people were like, you need to bring him back.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what? You have fans out there that really, really not only listen to your stuff, but your body of work.
Thank you, and then thank you.
Yeah, and also being a part or sharing these Brownside stories, because you know what? My thing is this, that if we don't share them, how is his name going to live on?
Yeah.
Now, as far as, here's my last Toker question. Say we have Eazy-E, Tupac and Biggie still around. Okay, I'll get to Toker in a minute. But people have always asked me if Easy, Biggie, or let's just say Tupac were still around, would they still be relevant today? My answer was always yes, because even if they weren't rapping, they had their own labels or they had their own little movement going where they would have signed artists and still been relevant today. Yeah. Do you think if Toker was still here, would his music or would his voice still be relevant today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he was building up so much steam, bro.
Yes.
I mean, he just, people were just getting hip to the brown side Toker thing, just like a steamroller, bro. It was going really well, you know, and I'm sure he would still be be relevant today. Of course,
yeah. I believe that as well. I believe that as well.
And then some.
Yeah.
And who knows what could have happened? You know what I mean? If he was still here, who knows how things could have went? You know.
Yeah, you're right.
And he was trying to do it for the Raza too, man. And, you know, he wasn't just thinking about himself. He was trying to do it to bring us up, but then to bring, you know, like what we're talking about, bring people together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. So, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about what is Rich G working on today. Let's shine light on your projects. Wherever you want to start, we'll go from there. Because I know you said you have several things going on.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, on the live music end of it, I still got my band. Thank the Lord, man. These guys stuck with me through the pandemic and everything, you know what I mean? Including El Via Cadena, you know what I mean? Stuck with us, so I've been booking shows for them, man. I've been working and taking trips and booking shows for my boys. Midnight Cruisers, MIDNITE, Cruisers, CRUZZERS. You can check us out on Facebook or Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, we're like a barrio soul funk band that, you know, we like doing shit that the homies and homegirls like to listen to. But then the thing is, in that process, you still get people that they weren't in the vibe going, oh, they're liking that. You know?
Yeah.
We do music for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I got that going, and that's going good. Love my Midnight Cruisers, you know, and I'm working with the Howard Scott project. Howard Scott from War, and I'm singing B.B. Dickerson's. Rest in peace, B.B. Dickerson's songs with them. But I've been singing with them even since before the pandemic, you know, and that's an honor to me because I used to bump that in my lowrider, man. I used to be in my Cutlass. And it had old technology back then. I had a 8-track player.
Yes, of course.
And I had all the War's hits right there. That's all I bumped, Doug. And I get to play with them now.
That's fucking awesome.
And I have through the years played with them. And it's just a blessing to me, and I never take it for granted, you know.
You know what? I'm going to ask you really quick. Can you pass me the bottle? I'm going to take a little sip with you.
Yes, sir. Let me serve you. How's that?
Por favor. Maybe you don't have to serve me all the way to the top, but
you say when, big dog.
Okay. I'll tell you when. Ahí está. Ahí está bien.
Let me take one with you, baby.
Yes.
You know? Are you going to sip it? Or
I'm going to sip mine, bro, because if not...
I'll sip with you.
Okay, there you go. Because if not, I'll start getting all fucking jittery. Tongue twister.
Yeah.
So, salud, honestly, to your future, brother.
Thank you, my man.
Long and prosperous life.
Greatly appreciate it.
Okay, so now you got that. You mentioned two things now.
Yeah. You're
accepting bookings anywhere soon where somebody can go see you?
We're going to be at the Pachuco. Me and my band's going to be at the Pachuco show, Ray Carrion's Pachuco show, over at the Quiet Cannon. It's going to be July 16th and 17th. We'll be there. And it's just a show. It's got Rocky Padilla there. It's got my girl Alvia. It's got Pepe Marquez. All these people.
Quiet Canyon.
Get down, man. So I'm just glad the Midnighters. It's like an old school type of get down, you know.
Is that a weekend or during the week?
Yeah, it's a weekend. It's a Saturday and a Sunday.
I'm gonna have to go check that out. That sounds dope.
Look up Ray Carrion Productions, and you could get it through there. Or I'm gonna be sharing the flyer a little more too.
Okay.
Especially since it's getting closer.
Okay.
So that's what we got coming up recently. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so we got that going on. I'm setting up shows right now for my Rich G thing too.
Yes.
Yes. I got a few little roadblocks on that, as far as my passport that disappeared.
What the fuck?
I got to go through all that.
It disappeared like the Great Houdini or what?
Great Houdini. I can't say what happened.
Right.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's gone. So to go through the process again is going to take a little, like you said, you know, like getting your Class A license or something like
Right.
that. It's a whole new thing. And I got other complications, you know, with my birth certificate. So it is what it is. So I'm gonna have to get all that going. But I am booking shows, you know, across the country too. You know what I mean, with different people.
Hell yeah, I want to see you jam, bro. So I'm gonna try to make that Quiet Canyon one.
If you can, yeah. See me watch the jam, and then Alvia's gonna be there. You can see her get done, and she's amazing.
Yeah. Rocky too.
And then you see Tony G on drums, dog.
Oh shit, I forgot. Yes.
My boy Tony G is.
I know he's no joke. I know.
And you know, and Julio G is no joke.
Exactly.
Tony G is no joke. This guy, I'm just not on his mental level, dog. He's just way up there, dog.
You know who? Okay, not only do I brag about Tony G's skills, talent, because he is okay, and like I was sharing with you earlier, you know, I don't feel goofy, you know. Giving props to people that I idolized growing up, you know. But I'll tell you, it's the Toker. I've seen a couple of videos where he would brag very, very highly of Tony G también, you know. So I know that Toker had Tony G up here. I remember one time he even said, he's right up there with Dre, if not even better.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
And Dre they still keep in contact. He always wants Tony to come down, you know. You know how Tony's behind the scenes type of people.
Yes.
But they got to get together, man. They got to get together sooner than later, you know. Because Tony, he's starting to do a lot of stuff right now, even on the Soldies end, man. And he's putting down, man. He's putting down from a boy.
The Soldies, if I can say, I guess for the sake of this conversation, the movement. When do you think this Soldies movement started? Like, how far back do you think? Because
I would say in 2005 when the Midnight Cruisers came out.
Okay. Hey, you're teaching me.
I was told.
Okay.
That, you know, because we, you know, when, like I said, I came out doing Bodybuilding music, dog.
Yeah.
And stuff we listened to and bumped in our lowriders, you know.
Yeah.
And our G rides and shit. You know, if you didn't have a lowrider, if you had a pedal, it was a G ride anyway.
G ride, homie. Yeah, even if you had hubcaps.
And when I came out, that's what I did. That's what I wanted to do. Disco? No, we didn't do disco. You know, new wave? No, we didn't do new wave. You know, a little bit of rock and roll because the homies still like the rock and roll.
Of course.
You know, Creedence Clearwater and stuff. But I think not just us. There was a few other groups did it too. You know, and we wouldn't let it go, dog. And you know what? We got a bunch of gigs. We worked. You know what I mean? And we were just keeping it out there. As bands like mine. And then from there, these youngsters that came on board, they were hearing us, man. They were seeing us and seeing them. And they're like, oh. And they came up with their own, you know, like Joey Quiñones and guys like that. You know what
That's another guy that I've been trying to get on here, but, you know, we've kind of been going back and forth on the DM, and then I get my fucking page deleted. So there goes that.
Yeah.
So, but that's another guy because just watching his videos, hearing his music, there's no fucking denying the guy is extremely talented.
No, he's a talented brother, man. You got different guys coming out like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Along with my girl Alvia, she's doing some soulty stuff too. Me and her we're gonna drop one too. Coming out, I think. Well, it's out on all platforms. It's called Lee Goofed, Rich G, Alvia Cadena. So we're laying it down. We laying it down old school, bro.
No
old
shit.
School. Yeah.
No shit.
But putting that East LA little twist on it. Yeah.
Oh, that'll work. And so that's already out right now?
I believe it's already out, but we still got to, you know, they like to put it out on the platforms first before they release a video.
Okay.
Because not everybody wants to pay for entertainment.
Exactly.
What's up with that?
So is the video already done then?
No.
Okay.
But we can you know.
With today's technology, it can be overnight.
Yeah, we can get that done pretty quick. And I already talked to Charlie Perez from Round 2 Records, you know. Big shout out to Charlie. And he's like, yeah, we're going to do it. Let's let it roll for a minute, and then we'll see what's up, you know.
Okay, so is this a part of the Rich G project that you're doing?
No, this is Alvia's project.
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's something that's going to help my project.
Yes.
And then I'm coming out probably a week afterwards, dropping my first one from my company.
Okay.
Back-to-back records.
Now, speak a little bit about your company. Like, what's the name and what's going to be the first project? Is it going to be yours? Are you signing acts?
Yeah.
Are you, okay, share a little bit, please.
Yeah, I've been. It's a learning process, you know. I hired a manager, you know, and a web manager. She manages my web stuff and everything too. Donna's her name.
Okay.
Shout out to Donna. Thank you, Donna. And what she's doing for me is she's setting up all my platforms, setting everything up for me. So I got everything pretty well set up and ready to just blast.
Yeah.
Including a YouTube channel too.
Yeah.
Which we ain't got no content on it yet, but my first video is gonna be, don't be tripping, homies, don't be tripping, but it's gonna be a slow jam, man. It's gonna be a love jam. Vadio baby making jam? No, it's really not a Vadio jam, you know, but it's something that I took from Norwalk to East LA and made it mine. And I think people are gonna like it, man, because when I was signed to Easy, or when I was signing with Easy back in the days, you know,
Yes.
to Sony Japan, his main thing that he liked from me was my love jams. I had a lot of good ballads, you know.
Yeah.
And I was never able to put that out. Who knows what happened to all that stuff. I even had fools from the Daz band in there playing keyboards for me and stuff. Bad jams,
That's
bro.
dope.
Had a lot of good stuff, bro.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know what happened to any of that. I think I might have tapes of it, you know. But so that's what I do. I'm a great balladeer, I think. I love doing ballads, you know what I mean? So a lot of people tell me that you're really good at the ballads, dog. So I'm gonna put out this ballad. It's called At This Moment.
At This Moment.
This guy from Billy Vera and the Beaters. And those guys are bad, man. He did it. He did it his way. So I just kind of did it my way a little bit, you know. And
Yeah, I remember that guy too. Gabacho, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I got, I hired some. You know, this way, you guys want to do some quality shit, hire the best people.
Yeah. Thank you.
I hired Concrete, man. You know, Concrete's one of the, he's a bad mofo because I know he likes to put skits together and stuff.
Right.
And I wanted to make it. You know, I didn't want to be just be standing around for the camera. You know, I wanted to make some content in it, so I hired some actors, great young actors. You know what I mean? And put it together, bro. My tia and my tío, they let me use the big nice pad in Hacienda Heights. You know, the homies came through with the lowriders. You know, and Lomo, Güero, and Big Ray. Big gracias to the homies, and it just went. It's the best video shoot I've ever been on, I think, and I've been on a bunch of them. And it was my own, so it's gonna come out good, man. But don't get me wrong, I got the G-Funk coming too, dog. I'm gonna put out a couple of, and I got one with Howard Scott from War.
Yeah.
That we did. With that War style, we're gonna put that out. Then I might drop the G-Funk on them after that.
Okay.
See what happens. Oh, I got one with Tony G.
Okay.
Me and Tony G did another ballad. Just doing things, you know?
Right.
And it's a badass ballad. It's more modern. R&B. A little bit of Chicanismo in there.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to drop the G-Funk on them. And there's plenty of that. Plenty of that.
Yeah. So. Do you ever see Rich G stopping, retiring, relaxing?
When I die, maybe. No, when I turn, when I turn 67.
That's when you can.
I'm gonna assess everything.
Yes.
I'm gonna assess everything, and I'm gonna okay, how's this thing going for me? Is it making me any money? Or
right.
And I got myself set up. I'm set up. I mean, not set up, but I mean, I'm good. You know what I mean? So I'll have something coming in where I can retire. You know? And that's what you guys got to think about, youngsters. You know, we're all running amok in the streets sometimes. Yeah. You got to think about your future sometime, man. I got lucky, you know what I mean, and got the job with MTA, and that helped me out.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look at my boy Howard Scott, man. He's in his early 70s, and he's still kicking ass, man.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
And even BB, until he got sick a few years ago,
right,
was kicking ass. You know,
yeah.
People from that era, you know, are still kicking ass. You know, the ones that are still around, and the ones that have gone, you know, rest in peace. You know,
right.
And different situations.
Let me ask you one question before we go to break. If there, I usually ask rappers this question, but I'm going to ask it for you just a little differently. I usually ask rappers, if you had a chance to work with any rapper, doesn't matter if he's deceased or if he's still around, give me 3 rappers that you would work with, okay? And it's funny because they usually pick those that have been deceased already. If you had either a producer, singer, or a band that you can work with, deceased or still alive, who would those 3 band, person, or, groups be?
Man, if I could have worked with the Ohio players, man.
Oh, wow.
Man. And there's some of them are still alive, but I don't think they're doing their thing. Or
Right.
It's not, I don't know, it's not the same,
Yeah.
And rapper-wise,
And they don't have to be rap. They could just be bands, but if you want to. Biggie. Why? Okay, now, I'm curious. Why Biggie?
I just liked his flow. I liked his voice, man. That powerful, deep voice. And he spit it, man, with authority. And he knew how to, the way, just his mannerisms, man. He just spit like a motherfucker. And
Wow.
even give a damn who was there or what. I just loved his flow, man.
Yeah, that's dope. One more.
Deep, powerful voice, man. Don't get me wrong, I like Tupac, man. I mean, hey,
Right.
bow down, you know what I mean? But Biggie was my dog, man. I mean, I was so sad when I heard about what happened to him,
Yeah.
I didn't know him, no. I didn't know him. I wish I would have met him,
Yeah.
Both of them. I met Tupac's bodyguard at the beat one time.
Okay. Now, give me one more. So, how players, Biggie, somebody else, group, band, rapper, whatever.
Man, you know who comes up right now? Frank Sinatra.
Really? See, and I'm glad you're sharing this because these are things that fans are like tripping out as well. Like, well, thanks, Frank Sinatra.
Because I heard good and bad things about him.
Yeah.
He just had that swag, dog. You know what I'm saying? He just had what it took,
Yeah.
And to do it like fools like him and Tony Bennett, which is an almost dead breed, of course. I mean, a dying breed, you know what I
Right.
mean? Those cats, man, they laid it down, and they laid it down with swag, dog.
That's dope. Okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute break. And then you had mentioned that you were signed with Easy. Okay.
I hadn't signed yet.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about that.
But I had the pen in my hand.
Okay. We're gonna pick up on that when we come
right.
back.
All right.
Okay, everybody. So once again, we're going to take a 10-minute break. I usually drink around this time after this break, but I took a shot, so I'm a little woozy. So it's going to get good. So make sure you call somebody, text somebody. You know the rest. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll be back. Yo, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this VR. You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this yacht.
and Tony A, chilling at the Roadium with my homeboy Steve. Be on the lookout for our new 12-inch, the shit is dope. Yo, I like to say what's up to my homeboy Dre, my homeboy Prince of Jazz, and the girls with the big ol' ass. So Trip, I'm about to bust one more time to let y'all niggas know just what's on my mind.
In the morning, police at my door. Fresh JEDI squeak across my bathroom floor. Out my back window, I make my escape. Didn't even get a chance to grab my old school tape. Mad with no music, but happy cause free. And the street to a player is the place to be. Got a knot in my pocket weighing at least a gram.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 172. And before we get right back into our special guest, Rich G, I got a couple of announcements I got to make. Once again, Wolfovich, and once again, this is a cannabis-infused seltzer. And the promo code, I'm going to give it to you guys. It is Stevie Boy 420, STEVIEBOY 420. That's the promo code. You get 20% off when you go to rebud.com, REBUD.com. You know how to spell com, right? So once again, promo code for Wolfovich, and these are the flavors: tangerine, wild cherry, sea buckthorn. I don't know what sea buckthorn is, but it sounds pretty interesting, and Brazilian lime. So check it out. Cannabis infused seltzer. So hey, check it out. Got to try it at least once, right? How do you like it, Rich G?
I like it, man.
Yeah,
I could see myself drinking that after a good workout or something, or when I take a little jog or whatever, you know, ice cold. You know what I'm saying? And then relax, take a shower, relax after that, or chill with my lady. You know what's up?
Yeah, okay. That'll work. Okay. You know what? Really quick, before we touch on the little easy story there, I wanted to ask you the name of your company, and in case people are interested, how can they either submit music to you, talk to you, reach you, in case you might be signing an artist?
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah, it's called Back to Back Records.
Okay.
Just like it's just it's on my vocabulary, back in the days. Got surrounded, me and Tokes, just back to back, you know what I mean? And back with my homies, back to back. That's how you stood your ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm calling it Back to Back Records, but it's not going to be a gangster label. No, it's going to be for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Never thought about it till now. Country, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to put my product out. I'm going to put my next EP out, which I'm going to be dropping my single at this moment, the Love Jam. And I'm looking at about the next couple of weeks. And I'll let everybody know.
Okay. And I know your Instagram is up, so people can reach you on Instagram through the DM.
Yeah.
And it'll also be on the description as well. After this video is posted, they can get you there.
Yeah.
And maybe if they reach you, maybe you can give them an email or something to submit music or whatever the case may be.
Okay. Well, you know what I mean. I'm not really. I'm gonna see how it goes. Putting on my own thing.
Okay.
I'm not signing any of the artists right now, but I know talent when I hear it. I mean, I heard Alvia, and I was like, yeah, bring her down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know people that need maybe a little boost, that need maybe a little more practice.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you could tell someone that and they won't understand it. But I let people know, you know what?
Yeah.
You need to work on this or that.
And I'm glad you say that, because I've sat across from rappers that I've told them in the nicest way possible, because we live in a generation that, and I always like to quote this quote: this generation doesn't give a fuck, but is easily offended. Yeah. And I told several individuals, male or female, you know what? Give us some time. If I was working with you, I wouldn't put you out for at least a good year.
Yeah.
What do you mean a year? I'm ready right now. See, here's the thing, because they think because the likes and the comments on Instagram, it certifies them as I'm a great artist right now.
Yeah.
And many times, the way I like to say it is like a fruit. Yeah, I see the fruit, but it's not ripe yet.
Yeah, and a lot of times people could pick that out. Like you could pick it out. I could pick it out. You know what I mean? And I have no problem giving pointers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Letting them know their strong points, but then letting them know their weak points. And I'm not that I'm the best, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm the best, I do what I do. I do it with love. I do it with cora.
Yeah.
And it seems to affect people in a positive way.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for that.
I like to brag about the artist that I'm working with, and I'll mention him again, Mr. D. fell on my lap. It was a blessing. And one thing that I love about him, not only do I believe that he has talent, but he's moldable and he's coachable. He listens.
See,
he likes to listen.
There's like 75% of the test right there. You gotta listen to people that have been through it.
Yes.
Whether you're a gangster or whether you're a rapper or whether you're a musician, respect and listen to those that have been through it and came out smelling like a rose.
Yes, yes. And you said something that was very important, I believe, not only for me, but for this generation, because you said, if you're doing music, hire the best. Get the best.
The best you can.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't hire Drake's people.
Right. I mean, you can't hire Herbie Hancock, you know.
You know, but the best you can. You know what I mean? Look at it and analyze it. You know what I mean? And say, okay, what do I want? You know what I mean? What's my idea? Even though my original idea had to be downsized a little bit because
right.
Too expensive for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did what I could, and I think we put out a good product, man. And I'm singing my ass off, bro. I went in there, but I said, you know what? This song was done by Billy Vera, and he got down on it. You know? It was done by Michael Bublé. I don't know, man. I said it needs a little more soul.
Yeah.
So I laid down some Chicano soul with a right punch, man.
Hell
and
yeah.
I went from Norwalk to East LA with it. And that's how we did it. I did it with La Cima Records, my boy Carlos Guillen, Pepe Marquez, shout out to them. They said, come on, dog, let's do some shit, man. What's up? And I said, let's go. And I said, I got an idea, this slow jam. And then he's like, man, I don't know, bro, you know. Then he listened to it. He goes, you know what, man? And he listened to my shit. And he goes, you could fade that shit. And I said, all right, let's do it. So we did it. Man, you got the horns from Tierra on there. And it's kind of like Big Bad, the homie I talked about earlier, man.
It's Joey?
The singer.
The singer.
I can't even think.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You know what I'm talking about.
Maybe it's the Wolfovich.
Wolfovich.
You got you to relax.
But, you know, one of those old school 40s type singers, you know. I got the big band. And I've done it like that before.
Yeah.
At church. Man, at church we had the big band, man, with 4 or 5 horns, you know. The badass guitarists that never made no mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Badass drummers, background singers, you know. So I did it like that, big band style. Because I do what I want, you know. I don't just do gangster shit. I got much love to my gangsters, you know what I'm saying? I got something for you. But my hood people, I got a lot for you, you know?
Yeah.
But this is other stuff that I could do that I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to put it out. Hopefully people like it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, hey, it's all good, dog. I'm enjoying it.
the stuff that you got out right now with Elia, that one song, which you guys haven't done a video for, but eventually you'll get to it. What has the response been on that?
People are going crazy, man.
Yeah?
People are going crazy. A lot of people think that I shouldn't do gangster music, you know. That's my roots, man.
Yeah.
And yes, I mean, no, am I an active gangster? Charlie. Come on now. But was I? Yes. Was I the craziest? Charlie.
Right.
I did my thing, man. I laid them down the way I did it, you know, and I got through it.
Yeah.
But I just do what I do, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. But this is another little facet of what I do that I haven't been able to put out, and I want people to see it and appreciate it. It's cultura, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because it's from our side here, man, and we're letting everybody know that's what we do. You know.
That's dope.
That's the way I look at it.
That's dope. Now, if somebody wanted to, let's just say there's a guy saying maybe he's in Texas, man, I want to book the Midnight Cruisers. You know, how do they book you? Do they go through you? Do they go through Tony? Or?
You know, they can go you can go on IG and message us on Midnight Cruisers at Midnight Cruisers, MIDNITE Cruisers, CRUZZRS. Same thing on Facebook. They can message us on there, and we'll get at you, man. We got that working. So
okay. Now I know on your project, are you open? I mean, because I know you have Tony, and I know you have other producers. Are you open to work with other producers as well?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
In fact, the homie Old Creep, man, from the OC, man, he hooked me up with his guy, and we were listening to tracks the other day from over there. I mean, you gotta just look around. That's what Toker used to do, man. He had different fools. He would check them out, or whatever, and he had a lot of tracks that he had ready to go.
Yeah, Old Creep. I've had him here a long time ago. Man. Yeah. I got to bring him back. So if you're listening, I'm gonna be calling you, brother. So
shout out, homie. Thank you for the other day.
Yeah, I believe he's one of the many that never really get that shine either.
And he's another one, like I said, about Biggie's type of that booming deep voice.
Yeah.
I was messing with him the other day. I said, man, you're like the fucking Barry White of Chicano rap.
Yeah, it's true.
I said, just, and so we might even, me and him, we're talking some shit. So
yeah, just to show a little bit of love. Me personally, he has such a great voice that he can narrate documentaries también.
Yeah.
So hey, look into that. You never know.
No, yeah, we're gonna check some stuff out, man. We're working on stuff right now. We're gonna his guy Ivan, the producer. He's I walked in there and I'm like, he didn't look like a fucking get down lowrider G-funk producer to me.
Right.
But I walked in there. He's a cool kid, a youngster, and to me it does me good that a youngster like that. I would say he was 25 or up.
Okay.
And they're down with the funk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like what he's doing. I told him what I needed, and we'll see how it works out, man.
Yeah. You know. Let me say this: since we started this interview talking about unity, and I was talking about the fight that I attended yesterday, for me, it's never bothered me to give an artist, an actor, or athlete their flowers, what they deserve. Okay. Yeah. Today, the reason why I bring that up is because today, while I was at this video shoot, one guy asked me. He goes, "I'm gonna ask you a question on camera," and I said, "Okay, cool." Me, whenever I do a podcast, they always ask me, "Can I ask you whatever?
Yeah.
Whatever you want." Are you sure? You can ask me whatever you want, bro. Like, honestly, go ahead, shoot. So he said, "Okay, I'm gonna ask you." He said, "A Raza political question," and he said something like, "What do you think we need for us as Raza to come together and, if you will, excel? Go forward?" And I said, "Well, that's a big question that I cannot give a small answer for, but I would try because that would take me about 30 minutes to answer. But first and foremost, let me say this. If we do not support ourselves, who will?"
Yeah.
No,
that's
who will? We have to look within us, not outside.
Well, here's the thing, bro. The thing is too, brother, is that if people see that you're doing your thing, getting your shit rolling, and you got your shit together, and you don't need shit or whatever, they'll be like, okay, looking good to me.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going down. And then you go to business outside. The whole scope of it, you go outside the Raza too. But first you got to take care of your people, man.
Absolutely. And then my next thing was this. We have to stop the hate amongst each other.
Well, yeah, man. We've been saying that, brother.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately. And the thing is we've been a part of it at one time or another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, but we've learned.
Yes, we grew,
and we need people to grow up.
Yeah,
our Raza in that aspect needs to grow up, man.
Yeah,
and we need to look at it for really what it is, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we just got to take care of our familias.
Yes,
we got to take care of our stuff. We got to be men and women, and kind of drop the bullshit, man.
Absolutely.
Come up.
Yeah.
In a positive way. Music, you know what I mean? Architecture, whatever you're going to do.
Right.
Biz.
Right.
You know what I mean? We had to go through what we went through, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was our journey. You know what I'm saying? And we made it through. Thank God.
Yeah. Thank God. Yeah.
And we can avoid. Some people can avoid that shit. You know.
Yeah. You know, and that's one thing that I shared with them, and I just say, you know, we just need to stop the hate amongst each other. I want to be example. For an example, I interview all types of artists that come through here.
Yeah.
Okay. I get people that either email me, they're in my DM, my inbox, and they just like, oh, those people have a wrong message. Or this people, I go look, or this guy sucks, or this guy's horrible. His cadence is off. And here's my thing: there's an audience for everyone, bro.
Yeah.
So,
don't look if you don't like it.
Yeah, plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Man.
There's an audience for everyone.
But some people think they got to be there and burn their eyes into their screen. You know.
Yeah.
It is what it is, dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I do. You're gonna do what you do.
Yes.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I ain't even worried about that shit.
For some people, it bothers them to give others credit. For me, I love giving people their props, bro. So
Yeah.
that's why I shout out whoever.
A lot of people deserve it. A lot of, like, you know what I mean? And like, I appreciate, you know, you give me a little bit of shine, you know what I'm saying? And understanding what I did and what the stuff that I busted my ass to do back in the day, you know?
Yeah, man.
But I mean, having fun too. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't all ass busting, you know? But,
Right.
And I never realized it, you know, and then here I am with the man right here, man. So it's all good, dog.
That's dope. Now, back in the 90s, all that stuff that you did with Frost, like Family Affair, or La Familia, I think that's what it was called, correct?
Yeah.
What was, back then, what was one of your personal favorites that you had done? That you could, maybe it wasn't on the radio, but you're like, okay, I like this track, you know, or maybe it was. Is there one that stands out to you?
I mean, Riding High with ALT, dog.
Okay.
The video, if you're talking video, too, if we could have done one for Stone Cold World, to me, that track, if you've heard Stone Cold World, ALT, to me, that's one of my favorite work that I've done. One of my favorite works that I've done.
Okay.
We was in a closet, man, at Tony G's G-Spot. Tony G's G-Spot. Wait a minute. I didn't mean that. Talk some shit, homies. But, yeah, at the G-Spot studio. And, man, I don't know, man. That shit, I love that one, man.
Really? What was it about it that stood out, that made it different to you?
Because I didn't realize that I could throw my own shit on there and it would be decent, you know what I mean? It'd be good, you know. To me, I felt that everybody loved it, you know what I mean?
Right.
And the fact that Carole King approved it when she didn't really approve any rap, you know?
Right.
That she approved it, just, you know who Carole King is, right?
Yes.
For those who don't know, man, she wrote most of the Motown songs back in the days, you know. She had her own thing. That gets me pretty good. I feel good about that because she's an ultra legend. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. You know, speaking of legends, have you ever seen the Quincy Jones documentary?
That I got to watch. I mean, I got big respect for Quincy Jones.
That's a beautiful. I love it. Right as of right now, and I've shared it before. That's my favorite documentary when it comes to pertaining to music.
Yeah.
I would say that I like Sam Cooke. They have one on him.
Yeah.
And then Robert Johnson, the guy that supposedly sold his soul to the devil.
No, that's the shit I get into right there.
Right. Have you seen that one at all?
No, but I watched the movie back in the days. You know.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. And I mean, I have him on my song list. You know what I'm saying? It's old school. I mean, you guys would hear that and be like, "What the hell is that?" I said, "That's the roots of music, right?"
Yeah.
Soul to soul at the crossroads, dog.
Oh my God. Dude.
What?
Yes, dude. And you know what? That crossroads is still there. I've been in Mississippi. I don't plan on visiting it, but they said the crossroads is still there.
Well, in a way, I was approached like that. I don't know if it was just a joke or what.
Okay, elaborate, please.
Just over the internet.
Really?
We see what you're doing. And you guys let us know if this is bullshit or not. But, you know, I came over on messages. And we see what you're doing. There's a better way to do it. You want to get to the top. We got people that we got at the top. You do this, this, and that, and you worship this, this, and that. You come to our meetings, and we're gonna help you out.
Wow.
That tripped me out, dog. I was like,
Right.
My grandmother would strangle me.
Okay, I'm gonna share something without saying names. Okay. One of the guests was here, and he's a legend in my book, like a big time legend.
Right.
I interviewed him here. I say he was. I won't say exactly what episode, but he was in the first 30. Okay. And if you guys hear fireworks, they got fucking tweakers out here fucking lighting fireworks, bro. It sounds like Lebanon out here. But so seriously, dude, it's like yeah, calmate, way. It's not even 4th of July yet.
We were all checking our alarms.
Yeah. So, anyways, he said that he was over a multi-millionaire's house. This is this individual that was right here was at another rapper's house. I'll tell you who that rapper was after the interview.
Right.
And this rapper asked him, I'm going to a meeting. They were in Calabasas.
Yeah.
And he said, what kind of meeting is it? And he said, it's the kind of meeting you don't come back from.
Oh, damn.
And he said,
Why would I want to go to that meeting?
yeah, that's what he said. He goes, what the fuck does that mean? And when he's sharing this with me, he said that the cameras aren't on, right? The cameras weren't on because we weren't live, you know? And I said, no, nobody's. He goes, yeah. So he asked me, do you want to go to this meeting? And he said, well, if I'm not going to come back, he said, no, you won't come back spiritually. And okay. He goes, come on, man, let me finish showing you the rest of my house before we take off. Showing him the rest of the house, and he walks in one room, and he said he felt his skin like crawl, like, you know? And he said, what's up with this room? He goes, oh, this is where we pray. He goes, okay, I'm out of here. And and he walked out. Well, later on, people accused this one rapper that was inviting him to go to this meeting that he was a devil worshiper. So,
Because he was there?
I guess, you know. Wow. So, but yeah, that's, you know, back to Robert Johnson, a lot of people say that he's the one that started that 27 club. He died when he was 27. And this is not an order. Jimi Hendrix.
They also said about him too, bro, that he was doing things on the guitar back then where they were unheard of.
Yes. Very true.
That's what they would say about him. Like,
yes.
Where does this guy get his lessons from? You know
yes.
what I'm saying? He was at the top of the game, man.
Yeah. By the documentary, it's about an hour long, but it's very, very informative.
Yeah.
People that are still alive, supposedly, that either knew him or maybe it's like, oh, my father knew him. They kind of share like the stories. Yeah. They were saying that this guy sucked. He was no good. He left for a year. Came back and played. Yeah. And some of the musicians that said they heard him, they said there was no way he could have done that by himself.
Said, he went down to the crossroads. That's the fable, right?
Yeah.
That's the story.
Yes. And supposedly that he was playing the guitar, like maybe 2 or 3 people were playing, like at one time. Like there was no way that he could have played the way he played.
People weren't playing like he was playing back then.
Right.
I mean, but don't get me wrong. I'm sure there was some badass people. You got people like Leadbelly that was running around back in those days too, man.
Yeah.
Really deep blues motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And,
if you guys want to see the movie, it's called Crossroads.
Yeah.
It's with the Ralph, was it Macchio, whatever, the Karate Kid?
Yeah.
He was in it. Yeah, so he's the star. Look at the movie Crossroads. You guys could probably see it free on YouTube or.
I mean, that just gives you a version. Is that supposed to be?
That's
Robert
supposed
Johnson?
to be. It's supposed to be.
I never knew that. If that's the.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, who are they trying to depict? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, one of them was called Blind Dog. Somebody. It was supposed to be one of the members.
Blind Lemon. Blind Lemon, some Blind Lemon something.
Yes, it was supposed to be a member of his group.
Yeah,
and he tells the whole
songs with him,
Robert Johnson story, and then supposedly this guy went down there too. Yeah. So I don't know how true. Can you imagine how many people heard of that and tried to go make a deal?
That's crazy, man.
Okay, now I said this on Freaky Tales, and I'm gonna say it again. There's a place not too far from here, about 2 miles. Supposedly, some rappers that are still big and relevant today have gone down there and made a deal. Okay, I'll tell you where it's at afterwards.
All right.
Because I don't want motherfuckers running over there and like, hey, yo, what's up, devil? Give me a record deal.
It ain't got to be a crossroads, brother.
Right, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't got to be a crossroads. We got crossroads. We got crossroads right in our pockets with fucking our cell phones, man.
Yes.
So, to just say, youngsters, look out, man.
Yeah.
There's something strange out there, man.
Yeah.
But keep your shit positive. Try to just do as positive as you can. To me, if that works out, hey, that's badass. If not, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Don't expect me to go to the crossroads.
Nah, I was taught too different. You know?
Exactly. I know too much about them to doubt them. So that's all I'm going to say.
Exactly.
If you didn't catch that, rewind it. But anyways, so now Quiet Canyon, we're kind of closing up to close our interview. Anything, Rich, that I didn't ask you? Anything that you want to promote? Anything you want to push?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be opening up my website too.
Okay,
and
dope.
I'll share that. I'll be sharing that on my IG and Facebook for now. And you know, my new manager Donna, she's got me on. We're getting all these platforms going, you know, including like TikTok and shit like that.
That's very important.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of what's going down right now.
I always feel goofy thinking, you know, I used to say, you'll see me on Pornhub before you see me on TikTok, you know, but I'm on TikTok now.
Well, you know, one of my first ones is going to be my boy's son right here. We're going to put some shades on him and a nice tando, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put one of my jams on and let him get his groove on.
Hell yeah. Little G.
And, you know, like Twitter and shit like that. You know?
Yes.
I got an account, but don't ask me about it right now. I'm trying to figure this shit out, you know.
But you know what? YouTube is big as well.
I got a YouTube channel ready to launch when I release my first single from Back to Back Records at this moment within the next 2 weeks.
Okay, let me know so that way I can give it a plug here.
Definitely, man.
So that way I can encourage everybody to go subscribe.
I appreciate it, man.
Hit the notification bell button so whenever you load it up,
they
get a notification. Rich G, you know, is either live or whatever.
I appreciate that, dog.
And you know what, Rich? Because it costs me nothing to do that.
Costs us nothing, bro, and I appreciate that, man.
All good.
I mean, that's what we got to do for each other, homies and homegirls.
Yeah.
Let me preach now. I'm kidding. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, man. But that's what I do. That's what the homie does.
Yeah.
So.
All good, my brother. So now, there was another thing. As far as, man, you had so much you mentioned. Your company, the new single out right now, then you're going to have a Rich G project, your shows, everything else. Anything else you want to plug in, you know, you can go ahead. Anything else you want to share? Like I said, maybe anything else, anything I didn't ask you and you just want to kind of just bring up, we didn't touch on?
Basically, you know, shout out to my brown side familia.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Tokes, Little Tokes.
Yes.
You know, shout out to Evelyn G, Trece Boys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mexicas, you know what I mean? All our people, and my homie Joe Truck has helped me out with a lot of stuff.
Right, okay.
You know.
You mentioned Evelyn G.
Yeah.
I believe you had told me you're working on something, or you did?
Oh, yeah, me and Evelyn G are working on a collab right now.
Okay.
So we're doing that, me and her, and I still have, since before the pandemic, I still have my Toker tribute song that I did with CG, the producer, man, Chris Guns.
Okay.
So we got that. It's me, it's Evelyn G, it's Trece Boys, Mexicas.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start setting up for that video. I'm gonna be dropping that very soon, within the next month and a half.
Okay. I reached out to the Trece Boys. I believe it was Travi
G.
Yeah, Travi G. And I'm just waiting on a date.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to have them here because my whole thing is this, that just like my mentor, my manager, Steve Yano, his legacy lives on here on Roadium Radio.
Yeah.
I would like, Toker's name to continue to live on.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I met his nieces.
Oh.
Steve Yano's nieces.
Really?
I was having problems with my shoulder, even though I lift weights and everything.
Right.
So I went to some therapy sessions out there in Whittier. And I didn't know they were his nieces. They were there. We start talking. Oh, what do you do? I go, well, right now, I'm starting my company. We're talking stuff, what we did, this and that.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, I work with this guy. We did old school stuff. The guy named Tony G. She was like, he spoke at my uncle's funeral. I said, Tony G, like the DJ Tony G. Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, man. You know what? His name sounds, she goes, what's his name? I go, his name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So after that session, I went to my homework and we talked about him and everything. I'm like, I want to go back and let them know, hey, man, he's a legend. I didn't know your uncle was a legend, so.
Yeah. His wife had called me and asked me if I would speak, at his funeral. So I had the pleasure of speaking at his funeral. And, I other than my mother and my father, he was the closest person to me. So that's why when he passed, I took it upon myself to do what I did. Wow. And he was just, like I said, a Japanese vendor.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, yeah. Man. You're carrying on his name, you're carrying on his legacy, man. And that's, what more can you ask for in a human brother,
Yeah. And, I always tell people he was more Mexican than he was Japanese, at least in my opinion. Okay. And his name.
Like my boy Tex Nakamura.
Yeah. And like I said, I want Toker's name to live on through here as well.
Yeah. That's why I'm going to always have it in there somewhere, bro.
Awesome.
So I do have, like I said, I got some G-Funk songs. Another smoking one, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
And it's going to feature Toker in there too, you know what I mean?
That'll work.
Feature things about Toker. So I'm going to keep his name coming out of my mouth because I really feel that he deserves it,
Yeah.
So no matter where I go, what I do, I'm going to always be thankful to him for getting me back out here again,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here right now with you if it wasn't for him.
I'm glad you said it. Yeah, because I almost feel the same way. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Steve.
Yeah.
Like I said, other than my mother and my father, he was the closest person to me.
Yeah.
So at this point, if you haven't already, you want to go ahead and give a shout outs to whoever?
Yeah, the homie, like an old creep, Ivan, Chino. Yeah, Spencer Baca, you fool. My family, man, they came through for me on the video. My Aunt Judy, my Uncle Phil came through with their house on the video, Much love to them, everybody, Joe Truck. That's my man right there.
Your boys right here?
My boy Gio right there, man. It helps me out, man. And what's your name again? Steven. And
Wolfovich.
His boy,
Wolfovich,
yeah. He's the one that's doing that right there. So, yeah, man. And then the boy right there is going to be on my TikTok pretty soon. Baby Gio.
Baby Gio, yeah. Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, that'll work. He's 11. I still remember when I was 11.
Man,
It's funny that he said he's 11 years old, and that's how old I was when the first time I ever went to a nightclub. Yes, I had no business in a nightclub, bro.
How'd you get in there?
My brother was a DJ.
Oh, all right.
I had just graduated 6th grade.
Yeah.
And he told me, if you get your grades up, I'll take you. I didn't believe him, but I went. and honestly, I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing, but all I thought about after that was music and women.
Man, you saw it all.
Yeah, so
hey, we could talk about experiences like that on the next one.
Yeah, on the next one on Freaky Tales. So
that's right.
Okay, everybody. Once again, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Alex Cervantes Enterprise. If you got a hoopty that needs fixing, he will fix it. He does engine work. So, and he's really, really good. So he doesn't have no card, but he's got an IG. You can follow him on what? 81. Yeah, 81. Spell out 81 on Instagram, and that's his page. Hit him up. Promo code Tony A the Wizard for a discount. I'm only playing, but yeah, he'll fix your car. Yeah, or you could look up Cervantes Enterprise, and that'll pop up. Also, let me give a shout out to my son B Scanless. Also, Anthony, the Hip Hop Jedi. Other than that, Rich G. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming out, sipping and tripping with me.
That's right.
This won't be your last time. Anytime you want to come, my brother, just hit me. We'll promote whatever you want. You know,
Appreciate you, dog.
This is a platform where I like to promote our people, brother.
That's right. That's greatly appreciated.
With that being said, muchas gracias, hermano.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so,
sir.
Muchas gracias, and we're going to continue sipping.
Muchas gracias.
Other than that, Wednesday, we'll be back. I have somebody from Texas flying in and somebody locally coming in. You're not going to want to miss it. We won't be here on July 4th because it's 4th of July, and I'm going to be out there fucking blowing shit up as well.
Where you at?
Yeah. But July 7th, Mr. D's premiere his official video that I directed and the music that I produced. He's the only guy that brought me out of retirement, so we'll be back Wednesday, July 7th. But this Wednesday coming up, I got 2 artists. So other than that, you know what? Take care, God bless, and we'll see you Wednesday.
It's the